really at that point now where it's like, of all this shit that they're doing right now, it sounds fucking horrible, but if you're too stupid to see it, you wouldn't make it in the new world anyway.
That's true.
So,
well, and I think when you take just what's happened in this last week, the whole entire, that's a weird situation. You see Chris Cuomo, then also next to Candace Owen, and they're like buddy. And even though I've watched a lot of the podcasts, they also fought about some stuff. But they're on the same page with a lot of things, right? And so you're seeing this movement towards pay attention over here, which anybody who follows what has been told for you to do, and you did, is what's ended you up in TikTok too, which is now just today, Congress has now passed in a high majority for the ban. Now it's got to go through the Senate, and then supposedly AI Biden or whoever he is supposedly going to sign the bill.
Thank God.
But the freak out of the TikTok community.
Yeah.
Right? So you thought that protesting was bad. It was weird because there was the movie Ready Player One about the VR world in 2045, right? And in that movie, what they say is there was the broadband wars at the beginning. They say that it was in 2027 that the problems that were trying to be fixed, people just gave up on trying to fix the problems because it became impossible. And then the world became this kind of place to where everybody's living in fucking, a life where they don't really do much except live in their little fucking, shipping container and have Amazon deliver a fucking pizza to them and their food so they can get back into VR world. That's where they make their money. That's where they are trying to all look for a prize to make money, to live a good life. And I think it's kind of weird because I feel like the beginning of this TikTok is the beginning of like the social media, also the broadband wars, because we've also been seeing countries threatening to cut off underwater broadband, which I think that people don't remember that America and in where we see always Davos with the WEF is where CERN is, and CERN is where the internet started, and it was an American patent, and so the internet is America, and so all the broadband lines go under the ocean. So there's this really weird thing where there's been some threats to cut internet that's been happening over in the Middle East and all that stuff lately, and then you have America now putting a fucking